going to be a talking video because we are going to look at some milk cows. Many of you have wondered, when are we going to get a new milk cow, and are we even going to? And we've always knew that we were going to get a new milk cow. We've been narrowing down the breeds that we want and can get, because that can also be a challenge in getting a milk cow, is finding that breed close enough to you that you can actually get it to your house without paying thousands of dollars to have someone bring it to you. So, cool story. What I've wanted for a while, and Arthur as well, is we wanted American milking Devon cattle. They are a heritage breed. They're tri-purpose. That means that they can be used for milk, meat, or as oxen. Some of you may remember the book Farmer Boy. That is most likely the type of cows that, or the type of oxen that Almanzo was training in that book, Bright and Star. So the reason that we are interested in this breed is that they're very hardy, and they also don't need special like grass. They can just eat kind of like common grass, and they do a lot of foraging and a lot of eating of the things that pickier breeds of cows may not be very interested in. So the problem with this breed for us in the past, or this past year as we've been looking, is that we've found a few around us, but they weren't milk cows. They were beef cattle, and they've been out in a beef herd, and so that's not what we're looking for. We need milk cows, American milking Devon milk cows. They've been trained to milk, they've been around people, they've been handled. And just when I was about to give up, because I've been in talks with people on the phone and on the internet, kind of all up and down the East Coast, trying to find me some cows, we get a lead on some cows like really close to us that may possibly be for sale. So I called the lady, and she said, yes, why yes, I actually am planning to sell my milking Devon cows. She has 2 for sale. And so we're going to see them today. Are you excited? Okay, funny story though, is that one of these cows is Willow, our friends Justin and Rebecca's old milk cow. And the other cow is her daughter, Doris. So
the funny thing though is it wasn't Justin and Rebecca who said that these cows might be for sale.
No.
It was someone completely disconnected from them.
They don't even know each other.
Said, oh, by the way, I know of these 2 cows for sale, and they're in this one area around Asheville. And Brianna said, oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
And so
I know who that might be.
We got their number and called them right away. And indeed, they did want to sell. These cows were not listed for sale anywhere. She just was preparing herself to list them and sell them.
Yeah. So we're still open though. I mean, we go back and forth because milking Devons are not going to be very high producers. And really we would need 2 of them. And we really don't have pasture for 2 cows. We have access to more pasture. Honestly, we have access to a huge amount of pasture, but we haven't figured out the best way. It would really be best for a beef herd to be over there, because having to bring a milk cow back and forth from that pasture, or even 2 milk cows, would be challenging. But we're up for a challenge because we really want 2 milk cows. What we may decide to do, if we decide to get 2 milk cows, is we would supplement with hay until we figure out the best way to get them over to that other pasture that we have use of. It's huge too. We have a huge herd out there. I mean, I hope to put beef cows out there at some point. So I am extremely excited. We have another cow that we might possibly go look at on Wednesday. It is a Jersey. And what I really like about this Jersey that we may go see is that It's from a grass-fed dairy, but she's not able to be grass-fed. So she produces so much that she needs grain. So she would need grain. But she's A2. She's in great condition. She's gorgeous. Her teats look amazing. She's a good mom. And she's affordable. And we can pick the bull to have her bred to. So we would have a choice of having her bred to a Normandy, a Dutch Belted, a Dexter, or a Jersey. And I like the idea that we could pick that. And the other thing is, if we got a Jersey, then we could maybe next year breed her to a milking Devon, and then we would have the cross that we want. Because ultimately we want a Jersey Devon cross, or we want possibly a brown Swiss Devon cross. We'd have to look into, do you know if a Devon can birth a brown Swiss calf? Yeah, I don't know. We'd have to look into that, because Swisses are really big. So yeah, I wish we could film for you guys and show you all of the excitement today, but we're not going to film while we're out at this farm. But what we will do is tell you what we thought about the cows after. She'll work. Okay, back in the car.
We went and looked at the two cows, and we like them a lot. They look really good. Willow is Willow. She's a solid cow. She does have only 3 functional teats, but she's healthy. She's not too old. She's definitely gentle. We know she'll be a great milker. And then her daughter, Doris, is pretty shy. She's not been actually hands-on handled, but she's used to people being around, so she won't run from you. But she's not real tame, which is a downside to me. I mean, the big decision here is kind of, do we want one or both, and do we want Devon or Jersey? There's just so many.
Or do we want Devon Jersey crosses? That's what we really want.
There's so many advantages and disadvantages to each breed, and it's a pretty different decision how we'll be managing them. If we get the Devons, we're not going to be feeding out grain. We're going to be feeding just hay, and they should do better on just a little rougher feed, whereas the Jersey will have to baby a little more, but we'll get a lot more milk on the advantage side.
Yes.
So I think one of the best things that we could do is probably talk to Willow's former owner. I might be able to get the calves, guys. Hey, stop. I might be able to get the calves.
I got a holder here.
Oh yeah, I'll figure that out.
Today, we can move right about halfway.
Willow. We just went and looked at Willow. Is that strange?
It is. It's
Yeah.
awesome though.
It's so random. It was very random. But it was Willow.
So we've been and looked at Willow. You all just told us that she's probably 13 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
No,
didn't
we
know
thought
that.
she was 8.
Whoops.
She didn't know that.
Yeah, the lady that sold her didn't know that.
So-
They're selling her.
How old she say she was?
She said she didn't know, but we guessed 8.
Okay.
So she's 13 years old. But what do y'all think about Willow?
She was a boss, man.
Well, when we had her, she was a beast.
Yeah.
She would, hardy as all get out, didn't get a lot of flies. She had a baby and she was bred in 3 weeks.
No, she
So-
went into heat in 3 weeks. We
Sorry.
bred her the next time.
Okay, yeah. She could have been bred
Yeah.
right away. And I guess I took that a little bit for granted until I got Violet.
And then we were like,
And then I was like,
this
Willow's a
doesn't
beast.
happen.
Where's Willow at? She gave, what, half a gallon to a gallon and a half in the morning?
Yeah, just
But,
depending on
you know,
her cycle.
I wasn't optimal with her.
Yeah.
I didn't feed her alfalfa
Yeah.
like I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feed her that much at night when I picked her up. I didn't leave her on the grass at night
Yeah.
like I do now. So I think we could have gotten even more.
I think we could have gotten more milk from her too.
She's only got three
newbies.
teats too.
Yeah.
She's a 3-teater.
But I've got
That's
one with
not
3 teats right now.
Yeah, that's not uncommon.
But
in the
Phyllis
cow world.
only has 3.
I'm very drawn to getting her because she's Willow, because we know this history, we know she's a solid cow, we know she's a good
She's
milker,
gentle.
she'll stand, she's gentle, but her
Yeah.
age is kind of a challenge. I'm okay with getting her because I think she's solid and still has some years left in her.
Yeah.
And even if she just threw a couple calves, like it would be totally worth it. Then we have to deal with the end of life for a cow that we're gonna love,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
you eat her.
We were
or-
gonna eat her.
Yeah.
That was our plan.
She's.
Can you eat a cow that's old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now because she has
Just
never
have to
been.
take out the steiner.
She's never been bred since. Apparently
Since she's
Yeah.
here.
Not that they've
concerns
tried.
me.
They haven't tried. I don't know
But
if that
she's
affects
cycling.
their viability and their
Doesn't
ability to
Ross.
throw a healthy calf
does.
and they stay healthy. I don't know that. But is she? I guess if she's prized according to those factors.
You hold him. He's beating me up.
Yeah, the price is good. I lean towards getting her. That's what I think.
Okay.
But
I feel like
I'm nervous.
she
about it
wouldn't.
now.
I feel like she wouldn't do you wrong, but I mean, you guys have to be comfortable with it too. You know. I feel like she has life left in her, and I feel like she was such a good cow.
It's empty. Cat.
Oh, they're like it.
It's adorable.
I have a question. Would you rather have milking Devons or grass-fed Jerseys?
or a
Yes.
cross.
Now that I've had milking Devons,
Yeah, you've had both.
I've had a bad Jersey and I've had a good Jersey. I would do a Hardy Jersey
Yeah.
because they give 2 gallons of milk a day.
Yeah.
What, on milk sharing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on calf
Oh.
sharing.
But,
But it's also what you can get. Like we were able to find some from my father's farm. They're not all.
Our
That's rare.
Yeah.
Our father's farm. It's like
Yeah.
It's rare to find another farm. Well, I don't know how you guys. If you guys are doing grain and stuff, that's different.
It's not our
You're gonna
goal,
have a
though.
different.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a broader source of choices. But for us, who didn't want vaccines, didn't want grains, just want to be hardy off the land, 100% grass. What do we have? 2, 3 farms that maybe we could choose from?
And I will say this about Willow: she came from a small dairy, and she was one of their better cows.
I kind of feel like we should get 1 milking Devon and 1 Jersey, and then crossbreed them
Yeah.
and get a mix. Because what we really want to try is the Jersey milking Devon cross.
Yeah, and that's where we are because
Yeah.
I said we'd get a Jersey, and I guess we would, but then where would we get our meat?
Yeah.
The Jersey meat, we didn't really like it that much.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. We have
Yeah.
an American Milking Bull
Yeah.
and a Jersey, so hopefully we'll get a better balance between a lot of milk, hardiness across the board, and a little bit better meat.
I think y'all have really helped us, honestly, because I would say we were getting ready to go get her 100%. So you've helped us by kind of making it even more confused. Because now we're like, okay.
I know, I was like planning to buy her.
We were thinking she's 8 years old, we're going to go buy
Yeah,
her.
but when you came here, when you
Yeah.
walked in the door, you weren't 100%.
We weren't 100%.
So we didn't confuse
But we were a
you,
lot
too.
closer.
But
Yeah,
we
but then I was like,
weren't
oh,
close
you
to
know
confusing.
she's 13, and you're like, what?
that
What? Hello.
All right, thank y'all.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
So we were just sitting here talking, and I was like, we should film this as we're trying to figure out what we want. Like, we realize that Jerseys are the better producers. The butterfat content of a milking Devon is similar to that of a Jersey.
I mean, what it comes down to is we want the toughness of the Devon and we want the production of a Jersey.
I think we've learned that all of this is such a process.
As long as we're getting good solid animals, though, like it'll be worth it to us, whether we're selling their calves or eating them or raising them.
Or milking them. Yeah. I think for us, with the pasture that we have access to, as well as the pasture that we own, that that milking Devons are really the way to go for us. I think what concerns us is that we would really need two to meet our family's demands and to make it really worth it for us. And in doing that, we would probably need to supplement with hay. Most likely, unless we can get into a really intensive grazing system. Even then, we might need to buy hay all year, which is kind of frustrating. Not if we move to the other pasture though. Then we won't need to buy hay in the grass growing months. So we have a lead on some more Devons, and we also have an appointment to go see a Jersey in a couple days. So I don't know if we're...
my birthday party be a slumber party, just girls?
Sweet girl, we can talk about it in a minute, okay? Daddy and I are talking. What do you think? I just need your wisdom, honey.
I just don't think we're gonna know today.
No.
We need to keep talking about it, just figure out, as we're looking at animals, kind of figure out what we want. The problem is we want some of both, and
We want it all.
that's what makes it challenging. And we may eventually be able to get that in a Devon Jersey cross. It's kind of what we're shooting for in the next generation.
Yeah. Which doesn't take that long to... But you know, just because we cross two breeds doesn't mean we'll get what we want in that calf, you know? Because the calf could get all the negatives from both sides. Low milk production and not being hardy. You never know. I mean, it takes, or we might get lucky and get exactly what we want. This is, you know, we're about to end this video, but I have to say that this is this is like one of my only frustrations, or I would say my main frustration with not being raised like generationally to farm. We don't have these generations of genetics that we've been working on. We don't have the generations of knowledge just in our blood. We have to learn every single thing we do. We have to start from scratch. And on the one hand, it's kind of fun and exciting, and on the other hand, it can be really frustrating, you know, to build it all, to build all the infrastructure and all the knowledge and everything. It feels sometimes like it's so slow. But we've had some really good wins lately. Kind of just filling our freezers feels good. Arthur's driving, he can't look at you. Okay, it has been a very long but very good day off the homestead. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.